Hello everyone, this is Sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about this excerpt from the interview that Young Miami had with People Magazine at the BMF premiere the other day. So, let me see if this thing moves. So it says Young Miami adds that their shared spirituality helps cement their bond, explaining we go to church. Shall I can't read. He takes me to church. We pray together. We put God first for real. We pray, talk to God, and go to church. I can talk to him about anything. The Good Love Krona also notes that what makes her relationship with Diddy so special is that it's the first time she has experienced a love like this. That girl is in love, child. So my thing is this. If you in a relationship and you know people grown, they're gonna do what grown people do and stuff like that. Some people are not grown, they still doing stuff that the grown people doing, but whatever. But don't try to justify what you're doing, brush up, pretty up what you're doing by putting God in it. Don't do that. Don't, because God will not be mocked. Don't do it. You having sex before marriage and stuff like that. If that's what you want to do, okay, do not put God in it. Oh, God want me to do this. Oh, that's, you don't do, that's you, in a sense, you're mocking God. Don't, come on, don't play with God like that. People, it's like people don't have respect for God like how they used to. They put any foolishness people in, they put God on top of it, try to put God in. Why God need to be in your stuff? God don't need to be in that. Because when I checked in the Bible, God say, where's the Bible verse? I think that's 2 Corinthians 13:4. I'll probably put it up here. Where it says, the marriage bed is undefiled, but the fornicator and adulterer, God will judge. Right? God will judge you, you, all of us who fornicating and having adultery. That's what you're doing. You will be judged. But don't put God in it. Say, we put God first in our relationship. If you put God first in your relationship, let's establish an authority. As Pastor G. Craig always say, let's establish an authority. The authority of God is what? In the Bible, because the Bible has instructions, there's rules and laws and things like that he put for people that say that they're a child of God, that say they put God first. So when you're putting God first, it's certain stuff, you don't willingly do it. Sometimes things happen. Things do happen. But you're not willfully sinning, willfully doing things, and then saying you put God first. Because sometimes, though I like this young lady, how I just admire her. Not the things that she does now. I just like her as a person. But even though you like somebody, that doesn't mean that if they're, doing something that's not good, that you cannot call it out. Because she's in a relationship with Diddy. Yes, it benefits her. It benefits Diddy. She's able to go to these different excursions, different countries that she probably may have not been able to go to at this moment. But she's able to experience that. She has a lot of things going on, talk shows and stuff like that. Now she's in acting. But let's be real. Many young girls, the many young ladies that follow her, this is not going to be their reality. They might meet up with somebody who's rich or whatever, and they don't get this. So this is one of the reasons why people promoting this relationship, uplifting this relationship. This relationship is a hot mess, really. It's really, they grown and stuff like that, but this is a hot mess. It's a lot of things going on. And obviously this young lady is in love with this guy, but of course she's going to be in love with him because of the way he treats her. He doesn't treat her like a side chick. even though it appears that that's what she is, he doesn't treat her that way. He treats her like, that's my girlfriend, that's my woman. So, and then this is what we see, that the highlight reels that they show. We don't know what's going behind closed doors. So it could be even more. So it's obviously the way that he's treating her, she is actually falling in love. It's not now for her, it's not, the money is good, but she's really falling in love with this guy. And this is how relationships is. Somebody always going to catch feelings. Somebody always going to fall in love. It never stays neutral. Ever. But my thing is, don't put God in your stuff. Okay, you want to do your stuff. You want to sin, but don't put God in your things. Do not do that. Because God, when I say God will not be mocked, and then when you're doing certain things that's not good, and then you putting God in it, and all kind of stuff, that's just when the Bible talks about people have a form of godliness but deny the power. That's what it is. Because you say things, you act in a way, you do things that show that you have some type of godliness, you have some type of foundational Christianity or whatever, but you deny the power that God can free you from fornication, free you from sin. God can actually give you a man or a woman, a man that's going to be your husband, a woman that's going to be your wife, your only husband, your only wife. When you do things like that, you deny the power of God to change people's lives, to deliver people, to set people free. Oh, I'm doing this because if I don't do it, he's going to leave me and stuff like that. But God can do it for you, whatever it is in his will now. Don't be trying to manipulate God, child. But I got a problem with people doing certain stuff, and then they try to put God in it. Don't do that. Because you pay for things like that. You don't get away with things like that. Because you're leading a lot of people astray. You're leading a lot of people because maybe a lot of people was, skeptical. But then when you say God, or we put God, we pray together, we go to church and stuff like that. Because of course you're going to go to a church that's going to tickle your ears, because the Bible in the last days had said that people will not endure sound doctrine. The sound doctrine is the one that when you hear it, you feel offended, you feel attacked, you feel hurt or whatever, but it's going to change your life. I'm not talking about when the pastor knows your business and he try to put your business out there and try to make you feel bad. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the person don't know nothing about you, don't never see you, and the sermon he preaches all about your life. That's sound doctrine. And if you receive it, if you receive whatever word that was implanted, you don't throw it away. You don't still get offended and thinking maybe somebody else knew your business. But if you receive that's what brings change in your life. But many people, they go to church, but they go to churches that tickle their ears. So I don't know what church he goes to. I see Diddy. I don't know what church they go to, but I know Diddy's associated with Pastor T.D. Jakes. A bunch of tickle your ears pastors out there. But you need sound doctrine, because sound doctrine will show you that this is a bunch of foolishness. This is foolishness. Don't put God in your stuff. They have that thing, Diddy have that thing going on. Okay, that's y'all, because y'all grown, y'all can do whatever you want. Don't put God in your stuff. And you who see this, don't follow them and go put God, try to get somebody's husband or do some kind of foolishness and try to pray to try to make it better. I don't know why people do certain things. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I've seen people who've done things like that. Yeah, it doesn't turn out well for you. And sometimes when you pay for these things, you pay is. If you would pay right away, that would probably be good, because at least you know what you're paying for. But sometimes it's way down the line, And then you see certain things happening in your life. You wondering why. You can't even figure out why. Because what you sow, that you will reap. You sowing confusion, what you think gonna happen in your life? Whatever you sow in this world, you will reap it. And trust me, you're gonna reap it before you close your eyes. And that goes for me. That goes for everybody. Whatever we sow, we will reap. And God will not be mocked. You can't mock God. You can't be doing your stuff and then trying to put God in it. What? No, you will not mock God. Anyway, that's all I had to say on this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.